Hey guys, so I'm filming a video today that it kind of dawned on me that I haven't been buying many makeup products recently, and that kind of took a 180 turn where I just started buying a lot of makeup products. I just have a few things to get through. And who was it? I think I saw Tati Westbrook back when she was posting a lot of videos. She filmed this one video for Beauty Room, which is something that I'm constantly jealous of. Thanks, Tati, because I just have one set of like Alex shelves and that's it, and then it's just all thrown in there. But I think I'm gonna need another set of Alex shelves because this is getting a little bit out of hand. Anyway, so she had this like storage area next to her, like from her beauty room you'd walk into like this little storage area, and she had like shelves put in there the way you would if you had like a shoe storage area, like just shelves. And then she had a lot of like plastic boxes there with labels on them for video ideas, and then she would put all the makeup in that box, right, like first impressions or full face of Pat McGrath or something, and then put all the makeup in there. So when she was ready to film that, like if she didn't know what video she wanted to film, she would walk in there, go through all the labels and be like, oh, full face of Pat McGrath, and then she'd take it down and then take it with her, and then that was all the makeup that she like needed to get. I don't know, I thought it was just such like genius tactic. So I've got my first box. She's full. There's an eyeshadow palette, there's just some stuff in there that I haven't used, or maybe just used once, and it will go into this video still, because like I'm not the kind of person that buys a new concealer whenever a new concealer comes out. So like I won't have a new concealer to use because I use one, well, I buy one when I finish one. Same kind of goes for foundations. I don't tend to buy a foundation unless I finish a foundation, but I do end up buying a lot of blushes and bronzers and highlighters and setting sprays. Well, no, I haven't bought a setting spray recently because I'm trying to finish off the ones I have. What was this? I was just holding on to my hand. I buy a lot of eyeshadow palettes, a lot of lip products. Those are things that I just can't help myself with. Instagram, Twitter, follow me on there. Main channel in description, as well as any affiliate links that you might want to use. You know, when you order of Glossier, you get samples. My mom has the priming moisturizer. I have the priming moisturizer Rich, which is in this thing, and it's more rich because I think my skin's a little more dry than my mum's. And then they came out with the balance control one, which is supposed to be for, I guess, more oily skin. And if you guys know about me, I have dry skin until it's not dry anymore, and then it's f***ing oily. I'm so angry about it, and a lot of you guys tell me it's because I'm not hydrated enough, and that is very true. I don't drink enough water. Let me go grab my water, but I also have my coffee cup because I will always prioritize drinking coffee over drinking water, and that is a choice that I've made in life that you probably should not make, because you see where we end up with like half dry, half oily skin. I'm gonna use this Priming Moisturizer Balance Oil Control Gel Cream. We're gonna see what Glossier came out with. This is gonna be my first impression. I kind of love the fact that Glossier gives out samples of stuff that you actually want to use. Whenever you go on like Cult Beauty or one of those and they offer samples, and it's just stuff that you're like, just like one packet of shampoo, and you're like, okay, first of all, where's conditioner? Second of all, do you think one packet of shampoo is gonna do anything for just miles of hair? One packet of shampoo, yeah, I'm gonna wash like the ends of my hair with that, and then I won't even know if it has any good effect because I'm gonna have to double up with a different shampoo. And then it's like, please just give me samples that I can actually use and make up my mind about. I bought a lot of stuff for Glossier because I do have a few credits on there and I want to use them up because I don't know if they expire or not. Let me just do it like that. Okay, I think this one is more like gel consistency, whereas the other ones are like face creams, like they have that like opaque consistency, whereas this one is a little more gel like, so that's pretty cool. Oh yeah, it feels great though. This reminds me of the Drunk Elephant Protein cream, and you also get so much in these like little packets. I definitely put too much on my face, but like there's gonna be like another use or two in that. Oh my god, that's sticky. Do you know what it reminds me of? I was gonna use the Hydro Grip primer. Should I double up? I don't know. Oh my god, this one feels sticky. It feels like the Hydro Grip primer. That's what I was gonna say, because I remember using the Hydro Grip primer when I was in Florida because I got it as a sample, like a small little thingy of it, and I think it lasted me that week that I was there. This is the Hydro Grip primer. I like that it has one of those suction-y airless pumps, and then it just goes up and you know that you're using all of it. It makes your makeup stay on because it's Hydro Grip primer. It grips onto your makeup. We're gonna do a pump. We're gonna see if the combination of the oil control and the Hydro Grip makes my makeup stay on. You know when makeup's like, oh, 16-hour wear, like who wears makeup for 16 hours? I would love to know. I now vividly remember the scent. This just brings me back to Disney World. Oh, Disney World, I miss you so much. Oh my god, yes, I remember it being this sticky. This is why it grips onto your makeup, because it's glue. It feels nice on the skin. It doesn't feel uncomfortable. It just feels like it's gonna grip on. Guys, that's clearly Hydro Grip. It's not like drying or mattifying. It literally hydrates your skin because it feels hydrating while also making your skin really like tacky. Oh my god, who have I been obsessed with recently? Bailey Sarian Bailey. I can't remember how she says her name at the start of every video, and somehow I just can't remember how to pronounce her second name. She's great. Oh my god, she makes these like Mystery Monday videos, and I remember they would pop up on my recommended, and I was like, oh, I watch so many like murder mysteries, like I can't watch another one. And I should have, because she's great. Who do I think I am to not be watching her? Okay, so I don't have a foundation to use in there because, like I said, I tend to not buy new foundations unless something like wild comes out. Like I remember when the Anastasia Beverly Hills Luminous Foundation came out, I snatched it up. So I'm going to use my Project Pan foundations, and maybe this will be the move. So what I'm going to do, because I have these breakouts right here, what I'm going to do is cover these bad boys up with the Hourglass Vanish Stick Foundation. You guys know the story of how I'm using this now. If you watched my Project Pan video, I'm using this as the coverage vibe. And then I use my Pat McGrath, just one squirt of this. It's very liquidy. This is a new brush, that's why I put it in here. I've used this a handful of times, but I decided to put it in there because this is a new release from Sigma. They came out with this trio of products. This is the Flat Kabuki F80 Air from Sigma, and it came in a trio with these two brushes. This one I use for cream blush, and then this one I use for cream bronzer because it fits perfectly into, like, you know, the crevices of your cheeks. But I don't think I have any cream products today, so that's the only one I'm going to be using. It's just the Flat Kabuki brush. So I take a bit of the Pat McGrath and I use that to essentially blend the Hourglass in, but you can see like the coverage, you know, that's building with the Hourglass. It's why I love the Hourglass foundation, because it does have a lot of coverage, but it does cling to any dry spots that then end up turning into oil spots. Is nothing going to cover this? Okay, but I do feel the stickiness of the Hydro Grip. Like, you do need to set it a little bit because it comes through. If you don't mind the stickiness, then don't set it, but you can see the sheen and glow, but also it stays on. It's why I wanted to repurchase the Hydro Grip, but then I realized how many primers I had and I was like, oh no, I'll leave it, but I love it. I'm just gonna pounce over it with a wet beauty blender. I put my first order down on Colourpop because a lot of you guys in the comments tell me that Colourpop doesn't make you pay, well, they add the taxes and duties onto your order, so then it doesn't take ages to come to your house because then you don't have to wait for the taxes and duties to be calculated here because they do it for you. So I put down like 2 orders for Colourpop, and I'm so excited because the palettes I ordered looked so cute, and like all the makeup, and people are talking about the Fresh something foundation. Ordered that. As I said, I don't order new foundations. I ordered a new foundation. I am clearly just a walking hypocrisy, or a walking contradiction, I don't know, one of those. So I ordered that. I ordered a lot of stuff. I ordered whatever they had in stock, but I know Colourpop sells out pretty quickly because they're like popular now. They're like the cool girl, you know. I also don't have a new concealer, so I'm going to use the It Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye. I've been obsessed with this because it's so high coverage and it seems like it would be really thick and creasy, but it doesn't do any of that. It just has good coverage. I basically put it on the back of my hand, I heat it up with my finger, and then I go under my eye and right here in the corner, and then I'm going to use the rest to go over like any spots or anything. And what I've realized is this concealer definitely blends better with a sponge than it does with a brush, because I feel like with a brush it just doesn't move around enough and it ends up just looking really like cakey and not blended in. And you kind of do have to set it. Like, this is a concealer that I would set if I was you because it looks so perfect when you like set it just a tiny bit. No baking, don't do that, just a light set. It goes into like a blur, poreless, creaseless, beautiful thing. I don't know how I stopped using this concealer because it's so good, and it's just got a lot of coverage at the same time. Like, it's like a natural looking, it just looks so good. I don't know, I just can't explain it. Yeah, still nothing is, we're gonna pretend that that's like a beauty mark because I'm gonna go insane if I try to cover it up. I don't have a new powder. I feel like this is just, so far, just used 2 products that are new. I'm so sorry. We're gonna get to the interesting stuff, I promise, after my base. Okay, let me just set my whole face with the Hourglass finishing powders. I do have a bronzer and a blush. I spoke about the fact that I don't like these products because I tried them once before, just very quickly before I realized I was making this video. I'm so sorry for the disappointment. Everyone told me that these were like the best thing in the world, God's gift to planet Earth. Are they? So these are the Cover FX like monochromatic bronzer and blush duos. So I have Sunkissed Bronze, which is the lighter shade, which I wouldn't say is super light. Like, it's not super light, right? So like anyone that got the slightly darker one and they're my skin tone, good luck to you for blending this out. Also, these feel wet, but not in a good way. Like the kind of wet that you struggle to blend out. Do you see that? Look, let me just, I'm like pressing pretty hard. Do you see how patchy that is? Because it sticks. It's stuck right where I press my finger, and then I try to move it out of the way and it's stuck. So you have to be very careful with these. What I'm gonna do is take this little blush brush that I used to use. It's a lot more flimsy than my other bronzer brush that I use, not blush. And I'm gonna try and just use both the shimmery and the matte at the same time, because I find the matte is more difficult to blend than the shimmery, like always. So I'm gonna go a little bit into the matte, a little bit into the shimmery, tap it off, and just try to like very gently bronze. I feel like you can make this work. It's just so much more of a struggle than my like Physicians Formula, or Kylie makes pretty good face powder products because they blend really well and they're like more of that like soft coverage, well, pigmentation. I feel like I can't speak today. Hourglass makes beautiful bronzers. This isn't necessarily bad, but like in comparison to my favorites, it's awful. See, it kind of does stick to one area and then you have to quickly attempt finesse, you know, just try and make it work. It doesn't look awful, but it is not something that I would repurchase. If this was like, if this ran out, I'd be like, yes, okay, gone. So I feel like I will definitely prioritize my other bronzers over this. And the thing is, all of these beauty gurus told me that this was good. I was like, okay, so I'm gonna try it. And then it wasn't good. I think the blush works better than the bronzer for some reason, but it's also just not like my favorite blush, you know? Like, it's good, it's all right, but like when I tried it out, I wasn't like, oh my god, this is the best thing in the world. But I find that using this smaller brush definitely makes it easier to blend for some reason. It's a little more flimsy and it's a little more, I don't know, but still there's like a patch. Do you see that? Like right where I pressed, that's where the patch stayed. I don't know. I'm just not a huge fan of these. Okay, don't murder me. I mean, I don't think it's gonna get much better than this, so like I'll just ignore it. Then I'm gonna use the Cover FX blush, monochromatic blush duo in Pink Dahlia. I almost dropped it. One of the lighter shades is just like a pinky pink shade. So I'm gonna go into both the blush matte side and the shimmery side and just apply all over the cheeks as you would with just any blush. I mean, it looks nice. See, the blush is pretty, but also I just feel like I have much better blushes. Like the Oden's Eye ones that I told you guys about, incredible. The Kylie ones are good. Oh my god, Hourglass, so good. I feel like Hourglass just makes really good powder products, so like whatever you buy, you're gonna enjoy. These I think are not powdery. I think it's because of that consistency that I mentioned, which is like that wet consistency. It makes it a little more difficult to blend. However, what I have to admit is these do look good on the skin once you manage to blend them in. Let me just blend the bronzer in because I just realized I didn't like blend it into my hair. I'm gonna take more of that shimmery side and just apply it kind of right where I'm gonna be applying highlight. I like to do that to almost blend the highlight into the blush and the bronzer. That's why I like shimmery blushes. It's literally because I can just put them wherever I put highlight and it blends the highlight into the bronzer so that there's no like sharp edges. I don't know, it just works for me, so I'm gonna keep on doing it. I think, you know, this looks nice once you like blend it in, but I wouldn't repurchase this. I might think about this, but I have so many blushes that I prefer that I'm just like, Then I have this new, okay, so did I speak about this? I don't know. I saw this on Trend Mood. It's the new Jouer Molten Glow highlighter, all over the face body highlighter. And it's in this like really pretty glittery packaging, but it's not like textured glitter where it's like open. It's like sealed in with, I'm assuming like resin or something. Wow, look at me being professional. But it's smooth, so the glitter won't come off, but it's such pretty packaging. I swatched the highlight yesterday because this came yesterday. I'm scared it's gonna be too dark for me. That's the problem with highlights. It's like when they come out with like a limited edition shade, it's always too light for me, which I'm glad. Look, we need more darker makeup. We really do. And when a limited edition comes out, why is it always very light? I do understand that, and I obviously perfectly fine with it. However, sometimes I am like, this is so beautiful, wish I could have it, but I can't. It also comes with a little kabuki brush, I'm assuming for like your body, because you would not use this for your face, but this could be really good for like the collarbone, your legs. Anyways, I'm going to show you guys hopefully if I blend it out well enough, it's going to look good, please. You can see where it's like when you see that, you know a highlight is creamy and not powdery, and it just looks so, because you can see that like grease almost, like where I move, you know this is going to be a good highlight. I'm going to take one of my new Sigma brushes from a different collection. This came in like a set 5. These are the tapered brushes. This is the Soft Blend 50, and I think it will be the perfect shape for a highlight. So let me just pick up a little bit on the, oh my god, this is gonna be insanity. Let me just position myself well so you guys can, oh my god. Okay, wait. This is a good shade for me. I am beyond happy that this has happened, and it's the most beautiful glow ever. I have a bit of a struggle, right? Because you guys see what my skin tone is like, right? It's, you know, I might as well be transparent, but I don't like the icy glows anymore. Guys, are you seeing this? Oh my god. Are you kidding me? This is insanity. Anyway, like I was saying, I'm pasty white, but I'm not into the, and it disappears, there's no cast, but I'm not into the icy white glow anymore. I like a more golden, beautiful, like sun-kissed glow, but sometimes those leave a cast on my face. So like if you look at me, it will leave a little cast because of how the like light hits. But this one is not white, it's like a yellowy, goldy vibe, but then it doesn't leave a cast. I think I have more on this side than this side. I'm like so excited, I'm salivating at the sight of this highlight. This is gonna be my new favorite highlight. Are you kidding me? This looks so good on the skin. I applied so freaking much. Like, who told me to apply this much highlight? Apply a little bit on my forehead, right above kind of like my eyebrow. That's where I apply stuff. Oh my god, look at that. This is so highlighty. I can't get over how beautiful this is. Are you kidding me? This is like a proper like Instagram highlight. Jouer, you did something. I think this is like my first Jouer product, and I am this is crazy. Okay, you guys, I might need to tone this down. I don't have a new eyebrow pencil, so I'm gonna just use my Fenty one. I usually use the Paint Pot from MAC, which I've had for years, but this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills eye primer, which is more kind of white, and I've used it like 1 or 2 times, but I thought I'd use it today because it's a new product-ish. I bought the Ace Beaute Flare palette, which is an indie brand that I'm kind of delving into more. And it looks, this is the most beautiful one I found because I was looking for new eyeshadows to try. This color story is typically not me because it's more dark, but I think I can like make it a little bit lighter. It's perfect for like winter time, like, because you know, we're like, I've spent all summertime inside the house because of but also because I am not ignorant and I don't go to parties. But this will be perfect for once like winter starts and autumn, because look at these beautiful shades, the yellows, the greens, the turquoises, the purple shades. I don't know. Okay, what am I going for today? I've never done blue. Should I do blue? What if it goes really wrong? Then what? So I'm going to use the other Sigma brushes in that set. There's one more, but it's for face use. These are for eyes. So we have the Sigma Soft Blend 30, 20 and 10. So 10, 20, 30, it goes like that. So I'm probably going to go in with Soft Blend 20, which is like a bang in the middle, to go into, I'm scared. I swatched these on my Instagram yesterday and they felt and looked really good. They felt almost like melt eyeshadows-ish, kind of like just very pigmented, but not very powdery, which is a very melt consistency. That's not like Anastasia Beverly Hills where it's pigmented and powdery. Hey guys, so this is probably a little bit of a different audio. So this whole video is a fail, as you guys can tell, and to film this now clip to explain everything that's happened, I'm having to turn off the fan in my room, and UK houses, if they're not new developments, don't have AC, so I'm currently just holding a paper towel with an ice cube in it and touching it to my face. But anyway, I'm just popping in to explain this clip that has now been put on like 1000% speed. As you can see, this video is about 30 minutes, which is pretty long. I like to keep my second channel videos on like 20-25 minutes, but I don't think I can cut any more of this. But frankly, you guys will be shocked, bamboozled, when you hear that the original footage was 1 hour and 45 minutes. Yes, you heard me correctly, because this eyeshadow look simply just did not work out. Like, that is just the tea. Nothing was going right with this eye look. I started off with the blue. I would say, before anyone like comes for me, I am pretty good at makeup. Like, if you watch any, like, go on my Instagram, if you watch any other videos, my eyeshadow always blends like a dream. I know what formulas work for me. I know how to like finesse different formulas. So I thought, you know, going into this, that would just be a beautiful color story that will become basically my new favorite palette, and that is the furthest thing from the truth. The color scheme is beautiful, but that does not take away from the fact that is very difficult to use. So I did the blue. It didn't stick down in the places where I wanted it to stick, and instead it went into my inner corner, and on the outside edge it went below where I wanted it to go. So when I was fluffing it around, it wasn't sticking like in the middle of the eye where I wanted most of the pigment, like in the crease. It was just fluffing out of the crease and into the inner corner and the outer corner where I didn't want it. But I tried to fix it with a little bit of concealer, just try and see what I could do, and nothing worked. So I ended up going and taking it off. And then I went to do this orange look. So I put down the yellow, which looks like a mustard yellow, but when I put it on, it looked like the shade of pee-pee, and that wasn't great. But I was like, okay, I'm gonna put the orange on top and it's gonna be a great look. But then when I put the orange on top, the yellow started to blend away into like nothing. So then when I tried to go back into the yellow, the orange was blending away. And then when I put the orange glitter on top, and then I tried to fix the orange and the yellow, then the glitter, like the shimmery shade, started fading away as well and just blowing into air. So as a whole, this is not my favorite palette, and I'm very, very, very sad about that, because I usually love indie eyeshadow brands because I think they're as good as high-end brands, if not better, and that's, you know, a fact. But this one is just simply not the formula for me. I can see people on the internet making it work, and I wish I was that person. I wish I could make this work, but quite frankly, this palette and me are just not a match. We're not meant for each other, and that's fine. Not everyone is supposed to be a soulmate. And so I'm gonna have to part with this, maybe give it to someone, or keep it for memories of this horrible, horrible, horrible day. Because other than the eyeshadow not blending, I feel like everything that could have gone wrong that day went wrong that day. So I'm just here to bring in some perspective. I'm gonna go in with a setting spray that is kind of new-ish. It's the Hourglass Veil Soft Focus Setting Spray. I didn't use it since the Hourglass video because I am using other ones. Fallout of this blends away very easily, but then that kind of explains why the yellow blended away so easily, because maybe this is just not sticking down the way I want it to. I also kind of dislike this setting spray. Gonna go on a whim and say I don't like it that much. This like doesn't spray evenly. It sprays top and bottom. It's just like an uneven sprayer, quite frankly. And now I look wet. Can you guys tell that I'm struggling today? I don't have any new mascara, so I'm just gonna go in with my Hourglass because that's what I'm trying to use up. Now looking at the look, I think it's a little bit patchy in places. I don't know if that's just my brain doing tricks on me now, or if it's actually patchy, but I don't know. It could just be a learning curve, like I could just be using it wrong. I'm completely down to accept that, but I feel like maybe this palette is kind of just more difficult to use because of the pigment or the way it's pressed. I don't know. I'm gonna watch a few videos on it and just see what other people are doing, just so I can kind of copy that technique and see if that works. Because I used obviously a technique that I use with other eyeshadows doesn't mean it's gonna work for these eyeshadows. Maybe I was picking up too much or too little, I don't know. This video is a complete mess. I hate how my skin looks. I like the highlight, but I hate how my skin looks because of it breaking out, and it's got a lot of texture. I've got a bit of mascara here. I don't like this eyeshadow look. The blue looked awful. This looks better, but I hate how my skin looks. And it's not the fault of the primers because I know how they work. It's literally just my skin. It's got a lot of texture right now. It's got a lot of breakouts. It's dry and oily, and I hate it. There's a bit of fallout under my eyes. I'm just not a fan of how, and now I've just got orange under my eyes. I like the eye look how it came out now, but I definitely would prefer to use my Gemini palette over this palette. I don't know, it just, maybe this is like too pigmented for me. Maybe it's just me doing it wrong. I can definitely accept that, but it's just not a palette that I see myself reaching for more often because I am just kind of struggling to use it. You know, and like your makeup just goes so wrong that you're just like angry. Yeah, that's me right now. I forgot to put eyeliner on. I have the Glossier liquid eyeliner, the Glossier Pro Tip, which I've never used before. So let me just shake it, see if it's coming out. Yeah, it is. Okay, I forgot to do it. I already applied mascara, but I sometimes just do that. So I'm gonna apply my eyeliner and see if that makes me feel better about life or if it just makes me more upset. But from far away, my skin looks nice and dewy. It looks nice. I know this foundation works. I've used a Hydro Grip before. I'm assuming, you know, the oil balance one didn't do anything crazy to me. I think I'm just having a bad day. That's one eye down. One more to go. With my shaky hands, I'm surprised this is working out. Like, I've just been really anxious for the last few days. I don't know why. It's like I'm expecting the worst to happen. That's the feeling I have in my stomach. It's like, you know, it's not nice. So I think maybe that's why I'm being so like negative today. that was brave of me to just really go for it. But my hands are so shaky, I can't even aim properly. That's where I'm going to leave it. That's it. I'm not going to do any more to my eyeliner. Clearly this is the best it's gonna, I mean, it matches orange black. This is nice. I'm gonna leave this right here. Okay, no, I'm gonna put the, I like this eyeliner. It's matte. Wait, let me just fill this in here. It's matte, it's pure black. It's very filled with liquid because it comes out so nice. By trying to fix the eyeliner, I've now taken away some eyeshadow. That's fine. Let's just blend. At this point, I don't care. From far away, it looks fine, so I'm not gonna obsess over it. Okay, so I have a few more Generation G lipsticks, which I really like. This is in the shade Leo. I have Cake, which is the lightest one, and then there's Leo, which is more brown. I might use that today. I also have Zip, which is more red, which I'm obviously not going to use today because I think that's a bit much. This one's just more red, but these are very sheer. And then I have the Vinyl Lips from Glossier. So I'm going to just, this is probably going to be the shade I'm going to end up using. So I think you just click it. It's got like this end. I think I can see it coming through, or not. I'm kind of angry today, but now looking at my makeup, it doesn't look bad. Like, it looks fine. It looks like normal makeup. My eyeshadow looks nice. My eyeliner looks nice. I didn't notice that all of this was coming out. Can you tell I'm having a bad day today? I also have hay fever, so like my nose is so itchy. My eyes are watering, I keep on sneezing. It's just fun. Okay, this is clearly not the color for this makeup look, but I really like these. I think they're just kind of like something on your lips, kind of like a little bit of lip gloss, a little bit of lipstick, kind of like that in between. I like this lip. These Generation G lipsticks are very nice. This one's like that brownie shade because they're so, like, you can see I'm like piling it on, and they're so sheer that they literally just add a wash of color. I already have Cake, which is really nice for my skin tone. I think Leo would be nice for some deeper skin tones. Then there's Zip, which is red, and it's definitely more pigmented than Leo. Sheer it out and make it a tint. If you guys enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, comment down below anything you want, comment down below, and subscribe to post videos whenever something happens, whether it's good or bad. So hit that bell, you'll be notified when that's happening. Social media and main channel in the description, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.